Did you know that one mother's prayer became a prophecy, and that same prophecy exposed the downfall of an entire family of priests? This is the story of Hannah, Samuel, and Eli's sons. After giving her only son Samuel to the service of God at Shiloh, Hannah did something remarkable. Instead of mourning, she lifted her voice in prayer, a song of victory. She said, "My heart rejoices in the Lord. My horn is lifted high. There is no one holy like the Lord, no one besides you. There is no rock like our God." Her prayer was full of deep truth. God humbles the proud and exalts the humble. The full can grow hungry, while the hungry are satisfied. The Lord has power over life and death, poverty and riches, weakness and strength. He lifts the poor from the dust and sets them among princes. And finally, Hannah declared that God would give strength to his king and exalt the horn of his anointed, a prophecy pointing forward to Israel's future king and even to Christ. After this prayer, Hannah returned home, but Samuel, still just a child, remained at Shiloh to minister before the Lord under Eli the priest. Now, a sharp contrast appears. While Samuel grew up in innocence, Eli's sons, Hophni and Phinehas, were described as worthless men. They did not know the Lord. When people brought their sacrifices, Eli's sons treated them with contempt. Instead of waiting for the fat to be burned as God commanded, they would demand raw meat with their servant's fork, even by force. Scripture says their sin was very great because they showed no respect for the Lord's offering. Meanwhile, Samuel served faithfully. Each year his mother brought him a little robe made with love as he grew. Eli blessed Elkanah and Hannah, and the Lord gave Hannah more children, 3 sons and 2 daughters. Samuel kept growing in the presence of the Lord. But Eli heard how his sons were behaving, not just with offerings, but even lying with women who served at the entrance of the tent of meeting. Eli rebuked them, saying, "Why do you do such things? It is not a good report I hear. If one man sins against another, God may mediate, but if a man sins against the Lord, who will intercede for him?" But his sons did not listen, for the Lord had already decreed judgment against them. And again, the writer reminds us that the boy Samuel continued to grow in stature and in favor with the Lord and with people. Then came the warning. A man of God came to Eli with a devastating prophecy. He reminded Eli that God had chosen his family to be priests, to offer sacrifices and wear the ephod. But instead of honoring God, Eli honored his sons above him. God declared, "Those who honor me, I will honor, but those who despise me will be disdained." The judgment was clear. Eli's family line would be cut short. No one in his household would live to old age. Both Hophni and Phinehas would die on the same day as a sign, and God would raise up a faithful priest who would do what is in his heart and mind, and his family would serve before God's anointed forever. The chapter closes with this heavy warning hanging over Eli's house, but with Samuel quietly, faithfully growing in God's presence, pointing to the hope of a new beginning. This story gives us 2 powerful lessons. From Hannah's prayer, we learn that God sees the lowly, he exalts the humble, and pulls down the proud. Don't underestimate what he can do in your life, no matter how small you feel. From Eli's sons, we see that ignoring God's holiness and treating sin lightly always leads to downfall. Even spiritual leaders are not above God's justice. And yet, there is hope. Just as Samuel grew in favor, we too can grow daily in God's presence if we stay faithful. If this story opened your eyes, share it with someone who needs the reminder that God humbles the proud but lifts up the faithful. And don't forget to subscribe for more powerful Bible stories told simply and clearly.